Yeah, and he's one of those people that, like the Soviets when they ruled Romania in the 80s, they did everything they could to ruin his reputation because they wanted to take him away as a hero of his people.
Well, fair enough.
And so, I don't know, even what we think is true
may not be true.
True. So, I mean, you got to remember, this castle was originally built as a form of punishment.
So they built it as a form of punishment to punish the slaves that they had taken?
No. The slaves were taken from the boyar families for having killed Mircea, the son of the ruler. And human blood was used for making the mortar. So, and supposedly a human sacrifice was performed, which was pretty common in those days, when they were laying the castle's foundations, because that's what you did.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you did. Just because that's what you did, you just add a human sacrifice, because that's what you do.
That practice went back to at least Roman times that we know of, is that they would, if your house didn't have a ghost in it because they murdered someone and threw them under the structure, your house wasn't done.
Well, okay.
And that carried on for centuries. And in fact, if you listen to No Such Thing as a Fish, one episode, they do talk about how later that trade became the shadow stealing trade, because the idea was they would steal your shadow. I'm still not entirely sure how, and incorporate it into the building, and that would take your soul and put it in the building. And yeah, supposedly, I don't know. So the fact that basically Vlad went, well, these people their people were involved in the killing of the ruler's son.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to punish them by making them build this castle. And hey, guess what? I'm going to kill a few of you and use your blood to cement some of the stones together. Yeah, that'll get you some ghosts.
Yeah, because let's do that.
Well,
lights are seen from the valley below. Like, to this day in the local area, people will not go from the local area, won't go there at night.
Okay.
If you go there at night, people have heard the sounds of battle. They've heard people moaning. They've seen people, wandering through the valley. In fact, there are reports of nearly naked people chained together begging for help from passerby.
That would be interesting.
I wouldn't want to walk past her at night, just saying.
So that is Castle Dracula.
Yay!
Yay!
Castle Dracula.
Want to go there tomorrow?
No.
You sure, Krysta?
Yeah, no, I have school. I'd much rather do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We could go over.
I'm not
summer.
walking all up those stairs just to go into some haunted place.
We could spend the night there.
I don't float, so I'm not going up those stairs, and I'm not spending the night. If I'm gonna spend the night, I'm gonna stay outside, and I'm sleeping on the steps.
Okay.
So no.
You do realize that if there's 1,800 ghosts sleeping on the steps, might not be the best idea either way.
Fine, then I'm just gonna find a way to travel home.
Okay.
So that's our amazing show on Poenari Castle.
Just like you.
Now, originally, I have to say, I thought Bran Castle was Castle Dracula, but Bran was the castle that Bram Stoker based Castle Dracula off of in the book.
I see.
And it resembles, it's the castle they sort of based the ones in the movie off of and whatever. But as near as we can tell, Vlad himself had almost nothing to do with Bran Castle.
Ah.
His thing was Poenari Castle, also known as Poenari Fortress. And that is where he spent the majority of his living time when he wasn't either, being imprisoned or, being forced to run from the Sultan's men.
Well, there you go.
So, that is our story for the day.
Thank you for telling us the story, honey. It was good. It was a good story. You did a great job with your research. Yes, we appreciate you, Dean. Dean works hard on Family Plot to do most of our research, and he keeps all of the Twitter up, and he works really hard on it. And I just want him to know that we appreciate everything he does for the podcast that we're working on and that we like doing for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. We love you.
I love you too.
We're having a love fest, so how about we give some love to Bill Barrett?
Bill Barrett, yep.
Yes.
Aaron Gnerk from...
Big Dumb Puncher?
Yep. Big
There
Dumb
we
Puncher.
go.
Why were you looking at me?
Because I was hoping you'd remember. I was hoping you'd remember.
I don't have a good memory.
Oh.
I didn't even talk to him, and I remember.
So, check us out on Instagram. You can find me at Boogeyman, 2 G's. You can find Krysta at Real Crystal and Williams.
The Real Crystal and Williams.
You can find Laura, not on Instagram.
Some point maybe, but right now just Facebook.
Not on Instagram.
You can check out our Facebook group.
She has Facebook.
Family Plot Facebook group.
Yep. You can find us on Twitter, plot_family, F Crystalline. Laura, not on Twitter at all.
At some point, maybe.
Again, at some point.
You can get our merchandise on Teespring, our new Teespring site. Only have a few things up, but they are available and live.
Are they Toast the Ghost?
They are Toast the Ghost.
Yay, Toast the Ghost! I gotta get some when I get paid.
Now, we got our live show coming up. It looks like it'll probably be May with Branched Podcast. That'll be fun.
If they're listening, hi, hello.
Hi, hello. You can also donate to us on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon,
If you want to feed the rabbit or keep the podcast up, it's going better.
Right. So, and you make sure you join us next week because we have a very special episode next week.
Oh?
Supernatural Love Stories.
Oh, the supernatural love stories.
It's our special Valentine episode.
Aww.
So, before we leave, your thoughts on Vlad and Castle Dracula, as it were.
Okay. Well, you know what? I feel like for the 15th century, Vlad probably was the person that he was gonna be. I feel like he just was a product of the world that he lived in and the realities that he faced, and he dealt with things the best way that he knew how. And it was a hard world back then. It wasn't all sappy and happy and romantic like I try to look at the world. So, apparently Vlad was just one of those people that needed to put huge sticks through people and stick them up along the side of the road. That was his thing, and he made his mark in history. It was a bloody, bloody mark, but he made it. So that's my.
I think that if you somehow were able to bring him through time, he wouldn't know what to do with Disneyland. Like he'd look at that and just walk away. Just his brain would almost shut down. Wouldn't know what to do with it. Too much happy going on in one place.
What? Yes.
What do you think,
I thought
Krysta?
you were going to say something.
No, I'm trying not to sneeze.
I think Vlad is just... He's just a little grumpy sometimes. Just a little. But I do like his people kebabs. That sounds cool, kind of. I don't know why it sounds cool to me.
As long as you or anyone that you like didn't become one.
Yeah, as long as anyone that I like didn't become a people kebab, a person kebab.
Yeah.
I would like to say I'm sorry for one thing. And it's not even about this episode, just Sharon Kenny. I apologize. Some people thought that was an act. It was not. It was me going completely insane because I do not like bad people.
And she's working on that. She's working on being more understanding that each person has their own reality.
I would like to hear her side of the story.
Aw, listen to her.
Well, I very seriously doubt we'll ever hear it, but just in case, she'd only be like in her 80s, and it's possible. So,
or she just drank too much wine and then passed out.
That's our show. Thank you so much for joining in with us. Oh, almost forgot. Very important. I do need to apologize for our last show's sound quality. Apparently, the other world got into our recording a bit because I did our usual sound work that I do, and it went wonky, and I couldn't fix it at all. Nothing I did would fix it. So, if you listened to the last episode and thought, man, the sound's really off. Yes, it was. I didn't know how to fix it. Maybe eventually we'll re-record it, but right now I'm just still trying to play with it and see if I can come up with better sound. So if I am able to do that,
even if we do have to restart it, I would like to say this: we do all of our work for you, but I like spending time with my family too. So it just gives all that gives me a good time to spend with people.
I love you, Krysta.
She's a good girl. We appreciate our crystalline.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye! Bye.